Okay, so the episode picked back up where I left off last week with this little I guess you want to call it a fight, I guess. It was weak. If you ask me, Red Scarf for a second was giving a little bit them uppercuts for a second, but a little bit ain't bigger than a second. So I mean that don't really count. I need to see you go against ET or Cash or Notch for you to really be stamped, because I mean this one quite as because barely she barely was really keeping up. I mean, and I mean most little most skinny chicks can rumble. Not all, but some can. And it's, I don't know. Most skinny ones can rumble because y'all usually have a lot of energy. I don't know. I mean, these two can go because they ain't really. You see, security won't even. They won't even like. I mean, they can go. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you all. Avery is a hard 20 years old. Baby girl, look, let me tell y'all something. I don't know who needs to hear this, but for the ladies out here, it's not cute to have all these tattoos on y'all. I don't know who told y'all writing on y'all skin like that is cute. It's not cute, and I don't think people understand. We have to have these bodies the rest of our lives. We have to have these bodies. You can't just say, you know what, I don't like this tattoo no more. I mean you can, but to me, why go through the process of just getting all them tattoos removed like that? You have your whole neck tatted up like that. Like, it's not cute to be writing all over. I could see maybe like one tattoo on your leg, or maybe like one on your arm, but it's giving hoodlum vibe. It's giving like it doesn't look soft. As a lady, you want to look soft. I'm not telling you you gotta, I can't tell you what to do with your body, but all them tattoos on your body like that, it's not cute. It's not cute at all. Okay, so this one right here, her name is Lolly, right? Okay, I like Lolly. She seems like she's a sweet person. So far we just meeting her, so we don't really know how this bitch really rocking it out, right? She expressed that she told China that her baby, has a similar situation to the Brat and Judy, where they had a donor, because it's two females, so of course they can't make a baby. And here's my dilemma with that. Lolly, I understand what you're saying. I don't, no judgment here. I always say just because it's not your thing, that doesn't mean judge others or mistreat others based on, I had to get somebody in the comments together literally a couple of hours ago because the bitch called herself reading, talking about, you seem like you would go up for Sexy Red. You seem like, I said, first of all, Sexy Red is not my favorite artist by no stretch of the imagination. Anybody that knows me knows I go up for more. So Tony, Luther Vandross, Keith Sweat, Brian McKnight, that's more my taste in music. But it doesn't negate the fact that I like some of Sexy Red's songs. But whether I did or I didn't, go up for Sexy Red, or whether that was or wasn't my favorite artist, that doesn't mean you have the right to come for me based on, that being my favorite artist. And like I did, I had to get her together a couple of times until she stopped replying, because it's like, it's a lot of things that I could say about you bitches that I keep my thoughts to myself. Me personally, I've been told I hit below the belt, so I try not to go there with people because I've been told I take it there, But the moral of the story is, just because you don't agree with, people's thinking or people's, way of doing things, that doesn't give you the right to, be funny or, throw shade or whatever. You have to be careful saying certain things to people because you meet a person like me and I hit below the belt and I take it there with you, Nonetheless, Um, I like Lolly, but here's my dilemma with you, Lolly. Okay, all that's good and dandy, what you say, how your baby was made out of love, to each his own, different strokes for different folks. But how long did you know that girl, China? Because my thing is, you told this girl how much your baby means to you, and how she was made out of love, and how she's already gonna, have it hard because she's has two mamas, right? But let me tell you something. First of all, when kids grow up, right, one thing I have learned from my childhood, the only people that really have to know that she has two mamas is her teachers, her principals, her friends. Of course, when they come over, they may, notice little things, whether you tell them or not. They may notice when they don't see a man figure in the house, they see two women. They don't necessarily even have to be in y'all's bedroom. Me and my good Judy's growing up, whenever my good Judy's came over, they didn't go in my dude's room. My dude's in my pop's room. They didn't go in there. When my good Judy came over, my dudes would, fix up the guest room, which was already fixed up. But, make it so they're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I slept in my room. They slept in the guest room. My dudes would make sure breakfast was made for us and, stuff like that. There's nobody, they don't have to know that your daughter has two moms. The only people that's going to really know is people that is close to her. You see what I'm saying? That's not really nobody else's business. Now, when you grow up, you can have that talk with her in case somebody asks her about it. You can say, hey, y'all cross that bridge when y'all get there. You'll know what to say by then. She's a baby now. You got plenty of time to figure out how you gonna word it. But you make sure you tell your daughter when she grows up, it's important to establish boundaries with people. Meaning, make sure she knows she doesn't have to answer a whole bunch of personal questions. Okay? They say, your mommy and your dad, I don't even know how they would ask something like that. Like, I guess you could say, I have two mommies. Or if the little child had two daddies, you say, oh, I had two daddies. I mean, I don't know how they would explain that. I know I have a cousin that is a dyke, and she married a woman, and they raised 3 children together. I don't know. I'm not close to them. So I don't know how they explain that, but the kids are all right. They take care of themselves, So I don't know how they went about that. But nonetheless, make sure she knows its boundaries. Make sure she knows don't allow people to ask too many questions because it's none of their business. At the end of the day, when her friends come over, as long as, they having fun, they safe, it's not really none of their business, the fact that she has 2 mommies. It's not really none of their business. But other than that, as far as China, this is why I say it's so important with boundaries with people. Because you see how you told her all that. Now she knows the situation with your daughter is a soft spot for you. And some females, when they get mad, that's the first place they gonna hit is your soft spot. They know that's something that she know out of anything you probably told her. The situation with your child growing up, that fucks with you because you know it's going to be kind of difficult for her. But like I told you, this from me to you, you just make sure she knows its boundaries. Okay, the kids, everybody in the gym class and at the lunch table don't got to know she got 2 mommies. That's nobody's business. Okay, again, teachers, principals, her best friends and them. But that's it. And you don't need to be the mom that always has sleepovers at the house. Because of course they're going to want to know. When she gets a good friend, she tells you, oh, this is my homegirl, she funny. Tell her give it a little time. Not just because of your situation, but because that's the best thing to do. Because you don't even know if they're going to last. You know how people can be. And then if they be all right, then you can say, okay, she may say, can she come over? Then you meet her parents. She meets your parents. You know how it go. Establish your rapport first. Then with time, But that ain't nothing that the whole world supposed to know no way. Because it's none of their business. See this right here? Y'all see how they was reenacting all the fights and who gonna do what, and I'ma do this and I'ma do that, and then, you know, I'm watching along as I'm making a review. You know, we gonna see, cause usually, you know, when people got so many plans about what they gonna do, and I'ma do this, and when she do that, I'ma do this, yeah, you know, and I wish she would, and da. Them be the main motherfuckers to get teared the fuck up, okay? So we gonna see if you gonna do what you gonna do, Ivory, cause you gonna, yeah, if she put her head down, I'ma do this, and we gonna see, cause I ain't forgot, I saw a clip when you was trying to bully somebody. She ain't whoop your ass, but she got the best of you, cause you weren't really swinging for real, you know, the way you act like you gonna do in this scene. Now, I'm all for people redeeming themselves and, you know, and stuff like that, but we gonna see, Miss Ma'ams, cause you show popping it like you just that girl. We'll see, child. You wanna suck these toes? You wanna lick all between these toes? Yeah, you do. You wanna suck these piggies? You wanna lick the toe gunk from between these toes? Yeah, you do. You little nasty fuckboy, you. You love these toes, yes you do. Okay, Lolly. True tea, no shade. You fight like you swimming. You don't even ball your fists up for real, girl. I could hear the licks, but you don't even ball your fists up. For real, you can go home, because I don't know what that was supposed to be. I hate this wig. Who told you this wig was cute? You need to whoop that ass for playing in your face like that. For real. Okay, the girl in the African, I started to say uniform. The African two-piece, the one right beside the one, and this one right here fighting Bree, she was irritating me too, because every time her homegirl jumped up, she jumped up. That shit was pissing me off, and Bree looked like she was tagging her ass too. It just goes to show sometimes bitches ain't shit without no right hand right beside them. I'm glad, I think his name Isaiah, don't quote me on it, the dark skinned guy. I'm glad he made them run that, because y'all, that's some bitch ass shit. Ain't nothing like fighting one bitch. I seen the time I was fighting a girl, her mama jumped in from behind me. I seen the time I was fighting a girl and two dudes from behind me was dunking on my head to get me up off of her. That's just some bitch ass shit. If your peoples can't fight, tell them to sit on the porch. Okay, and I'm not a fighter by no stretch of imagination. I will defend myself. But the thing is, that's just some bitch ass shit. I'm glad he made them run that. I'm glad he did. Okay, I'm assuming this one right here was talking about Lolly when she was in the kitchen and kept talking about some mess. You still a fat bitch. You still a fat bitch. Is that the only read you have? I mean, who even... They still call people fat these days? Like, I thought they stopped that in high school and, you know, junior. I mean, the last time somebody called me a fat bitch was when I was in community college before I transferred my credits to a university. Like, that was what, 18, 19? Like, meaning like I was about 18, 19 around there. Like, people still do fat jokes. I didn't even know people... That's a lazy read at this point. I mean, really? And you still look like a man. You still look like a crackhead. You still hard in the face, China. Ain't nothing pretty about you. You're not a pretty girl. She can always lose weight, but you can't soften your face. And to be honest, I thought you was a whole faggot until you said you had kids. Then I was like, okay... Because they say faggots can't have kids even if they had the surgery, because they don't have, like, you know, the woman, you know, parts and stuff. Like, I thought you was a whole faggot out here and you talking about she's still a fat bitch. You are ugly, girl, lady boy, whatever you are. Because you skinny, you supposed to be cute. And you look dirty and your skin look nasty as hell. You look like you don't even take baths. If we really want to be honest here. You look like you stink. You look like you smell like sweat. Okay? Your hair ugly. Your skin look dirty. Your face is hard. You look like you don't eat. Okay? And your spirit is ugly. Because soon as you got mad, you went to talk about her kids. You whack for that. You ugly, you dirty, and you look dingy. How about that? Okay, Lolly. I don't like China, but don't get in the camera in the confessional talking about I love you, baby. I did that for you. You ain't really whoop her ass, but you can at least say I took up for you. I took up for you, baby. Like, you ain't whooped nobody ass. Because, to be honest, as small as China is, you should have been working her a little more than what you was. As quiet as it kept while you was in front of the table, she still was getting some licks in. But it won't really, you know what I'm saying? But the size difference played a factor. And you was kicking. So that was still helping you out with making her back the fuck up. But you ain't really shake some. But I mean, I guess I'll take it. But it won't really. I mean, I guess. But yeah, you can go home, boy. I'm gonna leave it alone. You alright, Laura. You alright, but nah, we can do without you, boo. Okay, Cash. You followed my advice. I told you, save all of your energy, and clearly you followed my advice. Good job. To be honest, I told y'all out of all the people on all of the franchises, that goes for Big Legs, South Central. Well, we're gonna leave it with South Central for now. I think Cash. Who's another good one? We all know Pink is a good fighter. Big Leg. What was I saying? I'm gonna say Big Legs. I know we all know. And like I told y'all before, Big Legs didn't even beat Aqua ass. If you ask me, to me it was a what. And that's just how I feel. I feel like she ain't really, the way she was taunting that girl, it just seemed like she should have really put her foot in her ass. If you ask me, Aqua was able to hang, like, with her hands. Like, I still ain't seen a fight that Big Legs really won. I mean, to me, like I told you, she didn't get her ass whooped, but she did not win. It was a what, and that's just how I feel. But anyway, Pink, Cash, also Pink, by the way. Cash, who's another good fighter? Bree is getting better. Bree is a good example of somebody that was not the best at fighting in the beginning, but as she's continued to fight. I know it sounds effed up because it's ghetto to begin with, but it's entertainment. So we all just listen to, watch it. If you like me, I'm at my night job. So I need to, stay up. So, why not watch it? But other than that, also Pink, Cash, who's another good one? Who's another good one? Well, yeah, y'all know the main ones. But we're going to see what this fight is giving. Because I was hearing a lot of buzz. They were saying Cash whooped Ivory ass. But based on this, it seemed like to me it was a what. I don't think Cash won. I don't think Ivory won. It seemed like to me both of them was punching. Cash hands, as usual, looked like they was a more lethal, but part of me was like, okay, you saw Bree getting jumped. Why didn't you break it up? Why didn't you jump in? But then part of me was like, she wanted to save all her energy for her battle, which is understandable. But I feel like you still saw your homegirl getting banged. You at least could have broke it up. But I've heard people say things like, nah, I wanted to save all my energy for that bitch. I needed to make sure I'm 100%. And I kind of understand that, because when you going up against a bitch that you know can fight just as good as you know, you need every single ounce of your energy, because you don't know how this bitch is coming. You don't know. If she can come long and strong just like you want to make sure you able to come with your A game. So understandable.